Well, good afternoon, everybody. My name is Blair Nickel with FranNet, and welcome to our latest Lunch and Learn. A couple ground rules before we get going. So this session is being recorded, so anybody who's attending live or listening to this in the future, this is a recorded session. We'll try to keep it to our best to about 20 minutes in length, so kind of short and sweet. And if you have questions at the end, we'll want you to direct questions directly to your local FranNet representative. I will give you their contact information afterwards, whether it's Charlie McGee in the state of Washington, or Blair or Emily in Oregon or Idaho or Alaska. So as we're all experiencing here in the Pacific Northwest, it is a cold, chilly morning. We even got a little bit of snow last night, and I think tomorrow's going to be even colder. So bundle up, and I hope you enjoy the next 20 minutes. And then we'll also check in with you within the next 24 or 48 hours after this webinar to see if you have any questions as well. So here we go. Today we're going to talk about what we categorize boutique and experiential fitness franchise. So semi-absent, it's what we call a semi-absentee franchise, where clients kind of pay for their sessions online. They can also purchase package deals. A lot of these businesses are what we call membership driven, which is very nice because as a business owner, you're able to forecast your revenue in the oncoming months instead of playing the guessing game of what your revenue is going to be next month. It is a very affordable experiential retail type of business. So this is a business where the customer comes to you. It is a storefront type of business. And so it tends to attract our clients that are not very strong in outside sales, but they're good in community involvement. They're good in customer relations. But the main thing that they're looking for in this type of business is what we call semi-absentee, which is kind of what I'll call the latest, greatest trend. It's actually been going on for the past 4 to 6 years of semi-absentee franchise ownership, where you have the option of either going to get a job, stay in your job, or sometimes our clients like semi-absentee businesses for income or portfolio diversification as they look at the economy going forward. Another nice thing about this business and why we like it is that there's no contracts or long-term commitments, which, as you know, in experiential fitness can be burdensome. There's no accounts receivable. Clients pay online immediately. And it's very simple human resources, so it's not labor intensive. A lot of times retail businesses can become labor intensive with a lot of employee turnover, whereas the employees or team members that we see in this particular franchise and their sister franchises, the employees love to work there, so they want to be there. So it's a very neat franchise that has all the mixings that our clients are looking for. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce John North with Row House and St. Gregory Group. And John, the group is yours.
Excellent. Thanks a lot, Blair. I appreciate it. As Blair mentioned, my name is John North, and I work for Exponential Fitness and the St. Gregory Development Group. And today we're going to talk about an exciting exponential fitness brand, Row House. And this will be just an overview. So if you do have any questions, again, direct them to your local FranNet representative, and they'll help you get a full introduction scheduled with me. Blair, I can't seem to advance the slides.
Okay, let me advance them for you.
Okay. Exponential Fitness is the largest boutique fitness brand in America. With over 1,700 locations open, they have decades of experience in the boutique fitness space and are focused on dominating every vertical in boutique fitness, including rowing. They have a proven business model with an excellent track record. Next slide. Rowing is one of the most efficient exercises on the planet. It's actually 60% legs, 30% core, 10% upper body. In fact, it's 85% of your muscles being used in every single stroke, but it's low impact. So pretty much anyone can do it. What I like about it is, it is an exercise that draws people that are, really into fitness because it's so effective, But because of the low impact side of it, you get people who are, looking to lose weight or are looking to improve their overall health and fitness. Next slide. The franchise model for row house is 2,000 square feet, plenty of room for entranceway, retail. They've done a really nice job with retail merchandise. It's a nice revenue stream for our franchisees, also high margins. You have restrooms, little locker area where people can lock up their valuables. And then you step into the fitness area. Now, the nice thing about row house is it's very authentic to the sport of rowing in proper form and terminology. And it's a really inclusive team sport that lifts individuals. You'll have 25 rowers in each studio and one instructor. So you have up to a 25-to-1 client to instructor ratio, which can lead to efficiencies and higher margins. But as I mentioned, row house is a very inclusive team atmosphere. When you're rowing in class, it will actually display the team stats on the monitors up front. And then when you get done with the class, you get your individual stats emailed to you. Plus, you can pull up week over week, month over month. Next slide. Our classes are 45 minutes in length, and it's an inclusive coach-led class designed to target all levels of clients. There's different classes that we offer at row house, which keeps things fresh and exciting and really gives people a lot of variety. But depending on what class they're taking will dictate how much time is spent on the rower. On average, 70% of the class is done on the rower. 30% of the class is floor core exercises with dumbbells. So really get your body pumped up and burning calories. But again, it's all about that variety. You might feel like a 45-minute row, and you could do that. You might want to have a class that's going to be more slower and restorative. You can do that as well. Next slide. What's great about row house is kind of the diversity of demographics. A lot of times with fitness, it'll be really kind of more focused on men or women or people of a certain age. Well, the nice thing about row house is it's for men, it's for women, it's for older people, it's for younger people, it's for athletes and people in really good shape, and also people who aren't in really good shape. In fact, the average client at row house is 42 years old. Next slide. Now, what's nice about the model, as Blair said, it is a semi-absentee model, really so you can spend time on the business and not in the business. But the owner's role is really about building community and culture. It's about hiring employees that represent the brand and embracing the ideals and authenticity of the rowing community and really following up with that manager. Second, it's about the financials, and many of you in corporate America, you probably look at scorecards quite often. Well, the nice thing about row house and Exponential Fitness is they have great scorecarding tools, and it's really about analyzing the business results and putting the right behaviors in place to move the needle and achieve the desired business outcome. And then the third's really about being a brand champion and ambassador, always representing the brand on a daily basis, finding opportunities to grow the brand and give back to the communities that support us. Next slide. Nice thing about row house is it's a simple model for franchisees to execute, and that's what's nice about having 1,700 Exponential Fitness locations open in the other brands, is they already have that roadmap, and it's really about execution. Most people that look at row house are looking to scale, 3 to 6 units or more, but we do single locations as well. We launched row house in early 2018, and over 250 units have been awarded already, and they're starting to open up locations across the US. And I think that that's very impressive, but what is more important is the success of the locations that have opened up. And the reason for that is it's a complete fulfillment franchise model. And what that means is you will be supported in every step of the way of getting your row house studios open, up and running, and driving towards profitability. You'll receive assistance with mapping, with real estate, so you can find the locations at the best deal. You'll then work with a project manager who will help you with signage order, equipment order, initial design, and managing contractors, so you can open up faster and more cost effectively. You'll work with our director of recruiting, will help you with job boards and interview guides and job postings to help you obtain not only instructors, but also a manager and front desk staff. Initial training is a 3-day training in Orange County, and they're going to teach you about operations manuals, brand standards, selling strategies, hiring training, motivation, recruiting. And then when you do hire a manager, the manager will go through subsequent training as well. They'll then come out to your location and help you out, make sure that everyone's up to speed, trained, and ready for a grand opening. They do ongoing conference calls to keep everyone in the loop, and they even do proactive key performance indicator monitoring. So if a key metric starts to slip, it's a lot easier to make little tweaks to get things right back up to speed versus having waited for it to become totally broken and a real problem. So you'll receive a lot of support before, during, and after grand opening. Next slide. So Blair mentioned this before, but row house uses a reoccurring monthly membership model, and that's different than the package model of old. You know, where the package model of old, you know, people would get a package and they'd have so long to use it, and you know, oftentimes they would kind of fall off and then stop going. Well, under the reoccurring monthly membership model, it's nice because you as a location can, you know, schedule out and really figure out how you're going to schedule your day and your staff based on your members and your classes. So it's much more predictable. And then the other thing about it is it's a reoccurring monthly membership that goes right to your bank account each and every month. So it's very predictable. But for the clients, it's use it or lose it. So because of that, they attend more classes. Because they attend more classes, they get better results. And because they get better results, they stay with the system. So it's a very easy, efficient, and effective business model. Row house is a very technology-driven brand. We have full membership management software, customer relationship manager software. You'll have access, even remote access to your studio's dashboards. You'll be able to pull up your key performance indicators. Clients do all their own class bookings using a mobile application and online, making things much simpler for the studios because they don't have to manage it. We also use other technology such as, you know, SMS message technology with companies like Yext. Next slide. So as far as the financial performance representations for row house, the average gross revenue was $761,087. The average total revenue less certain operating expenses was 27.3%. Next slide. As far as the item 7 range goes, which is the initial investment, the item 7 range for row house is $257,700 to $400,800. And that includes franchise fees, real estate lease deposit, furniture, fixtures, equipment, build out, even working capital, and grand opening marketing. Row house does have a net worth requirement on a single unit of $500,000, on 2 units of $750,000, and on 3 units or more, $1 million. And they have a required liquidity requirement of $100,000. And again, that's just a brief overview. I'd love to spend more time discussing row house or Exponential Fitness brands with you. So if you have any questions or if you'd like to schedule an appointment, please see your local BrandNet representative. Thanks a lot, Blair.
Thank you, John. I appreciate your time today. So since John in the St. Gregory Group, Row House, and Exponential Fitness, along with their other brands, are getting so many inquiries in regards to their brands, they ask us to pre-qualify individuals to make sure that it's a good match, not only financially, but also skill set and goals wise, and also what people are looking for in a franchise. So there you see your team in Pacific Northwest. Again, for Idaho, Oregon, Washington, and Alaska, we are here to help. And kind of next steps is we have all of our clients fill out an assessment. And these assessments will help us match you to the right franchises, which may possibly be Row House and maybe a totally different franchise based on who you are. But it is kind of the first step in our process after you're properly educated on business and franchise ownership. So we will get a link to our assessment tool to you. Again, we'll follow up with you within 24 hours or so after this webinar to see if you have any questions and see how we can best help. But like I said, the next step in the process to fill out your assessment tool. So I want to thank everybody for attending today. I hope it was a good lunch and learn workshop. We have a couple minutes early. That's a good thing. It means that people can get on with their day. So again, thank you, John and St. Gregory Group and Row House. And I hope everybody enjoys the rest of your day. Thank you.